I run two feeds at the same time, and my Facebook audio is super low, and I'm not sure what that's about. So I'm trying to fix it. I had to switch it over to the laptop instead of running it from my phone. Okay, we are live back on Facebook. Here we go. Okay, I guess I can't really. Sorry. Figure out a way to have some music playing or something. All we need is love and freedom. Love and freedom. All we need is love and freedom. Love. Here we go. Okay, audio is much better on figure out a way to have some music the laptop. Playing or something. All right, well, we'll do it there for now. All we need is love and freedom. Love. All we need is love and freedom. Alright, whoever ducks back in, if you could let me know. Cool. If you could let me know that the audio is popping, I would appreciate it. In the meantime, welcome to day 4 of... Lord, where can I get some light for this Twitter feed? In the meantime, welcome to day 4 of Everything I Got. Everything I Got is a streaming series inspired by the current quarantine environment we find ourselves in. And so, I started going over some of my work, and, from 2008 to 2013, I was a pro, sometimes semi-pro, on the spoken word circuit in Atlanta and across the nation, and I developed a pretty nice body of work. And so in getting, hey, peace and blessings, Wolet, I hope I said that right. I'm not camping. I am kind of camping. I'm homesteading. So as a part of the homesteading process, I'm starting with raw land, so it's camping for now until the homes are ready. So that's what it is. So, I live outside. This is my camp. How much of my camp you can see? It's my work tent and my living tent, and mastering the elements by living outside. So, I guess I get started with a couple pieces, and then I ask y'all how y'all feeling. What would it take to capture me upon a scrap of paper? I take a pen and go to work to paint the perfect picture. To paint a portrait of the persecuted, Jaguar's paw from Apocalypto. I will change the script though, if you don't like it, fine. You don't got a trip though, I am a narcoleptic klepto. See what that mean? I mean I can't fall asleep while I'm still in the show. I ain't leave room for y'all to act like y'all don't know. That's why I broadcast my conquest on YouTube, yo. I apply my gray matter to the matters under the table, breaking the presidential promise to keep the guards under the table. I'm like a fable, a black messiah risen to unify and electrify the black masses, driven by the breath of God that was in prison, in the ghetto by them crooks and them bookstone and banners to let go. Seventh seal broken, give me my eyes. I found a vision of the oracle and now I see lies. I seen the beaten path, I flipped my pen to beat a new one. Grab ink cartridges and reload, cause the pen is the new gun. I go to battle with these forces every day of every week, making homonyms and synonyms until I fall asleep. Wake up with a different pen and handle when I went to rest with, and I will not rest until I prove that I'm the best, kid. My name's Joazier. So little intro poem I like to do. I said I had to switch over to the laptop, so I think today's live might be short. But y'all blessed. This is, you know what I'm saying, it's been a good journey. I would advise anybody who during this time of social distancing, this time of sheltering at home, I would advise you do something, anything, at the same time every day for 30 days and see see what type of person you become on the other side. That's how I would put it. Because we know that consistency breeds greatness. So let's pull up our set list. We're gonna play it smart today. So apologies to anybody who hears repeats, but since yesterday's live stream was kind of a wash, I intend to redo most of the poems from that I did yesterday, because I'm gonna end up having to delete that video. And if you don't want to hear repeats, you let me know. But one thing I love about poetry and spoken word is that the medium, you can hear something again, and it'll be like you heard it for the first time. Let's see. Fire in the hole. I haven't dead sound. I'm gonna make me a sound setup so I can DJ myself. Okay, we're gonna read a random poem right now from the Little Book of Crappy Poems. 12. The fire changed color today. I've been feeding it again. I'm not sure what's changed, but it's burning inside of me. The flame glances off of lights sourced to fly. Set fire to the rights. Set fire to the night. Burn it all to ash. Tear it all to pieces. It burns so much. Red flame is terror, destruction, torture. Red flame is death. Blue flame is power. Blue flame is life. It burns without consuming. It burns without consuming. That poem is untitled. It just says number 12. Most of the poems in this particular collection are untitled. I'll read you a couple more from that collection. Boom, boom, boom. Seven. My feet get tired. No sleep for the weary. Walk from histories, storybooks. Grandma's got a story to tell. Make a better tower, 'cause that one in Babel fell. Falling for freedom. Love is not an option. How can we go higher when we won't remember how to fly? So, I'm going to read that one again. Some of these poems are really short, and some of these poems I'm also reading for the first time in a long time again. So, I like a little review. I like to get a rhythm, because part of this exercise series for me is getting a good rhythm for how some of these poems are read and how they're going to sound out in the world. Because some of these have never been read out into the world before. 7. My feet get tired. There's no sleep for the weary. Walk from history's storybooks. Grandma's got a story to tell. Make a better tower, 'cause the one in Babel fell. Falling for freedom. Love is not an option. How can we go higher when we won't remember how to fly? Okay. I'm gonna do you guys another one. I like sticking with this book with this book right now. Like I said, most of them haven't been done. Tomorrow. The best part about tomorrow is that it never comes. We never get upset. Hold on. Tomorrow. The best part about tomorrow is that it never comes. We never get upset. Chase me, it says, and we do it because everything is better in tomorrow until tomorrow comes. It becomes today. Now we are happy. Now we can be free, but we are not happy. We are not free. Tomorrow is a brighter yesterday. It is a clearer yesterday. Is it tomorrow is it clearer yesterday? Is it tomorrow that could have happened already? When tomorrow leaves, we're stuck again with today. Tomorrow. The best part about tomorrow is that it never comes. We never get upset. Chase me, it says, and we do, because everything is better in tomorrow until tomorrow comes, until it becomes today. Now we are happy. Now we can be free, but we are not happy, and we are not free. Tomorrow is a brighter yesterday. It is clearer yesterday. Is it tomorrow that could have happened already? When tomorrow leaves, we're stuck again with today. The gift. So, the theme of that is there's a Bible verse that says in the evening time you'll wish it was morning, and in the morning you'll wish it was evening. And far too often we spend time worried about not we spend time way too worried about tomorrow, when today used to be tomorrow. It used to be a time we look forward to today. So when are we going to stop running? When are we going to give up this chase of saying that today isn't perfect and actually make something out of today? Let's see. This one's called Fire in the Hole. It's a poem about somebody getting mad at me. She's exploding, and I don't know what to do. I am not a SWAT team. I am not a bomb removal squad. All that I know is that her trigger is something I have already said. Clearly, I am going to die. At least to her. As she has killed thousands of those like me who were unaware of her hair triggers, whoever walked the lines of her emotional landfills, those fallen soldiers who plowed forward fearlessly without realizing the dangers that faced them. Now I'm backtracking. She's still exploding, mushrooming, larger in the driver's seat, driving me back to look for the trigger, look for the wire, the red one or the green one. Clearly, I am going to die. I'm not fast enough to unmake damages made too fast for me to work. And at least to her, she is my Normandy, and I have to take her or die trying. I wish I could make her calm down. Then magic words that they used to two dragons are magic words that they use to soothe dragons. I don't want to edit poems from this collection, but the inner me wants to edit poems from this collection. Okay, cool. So I'm getting close to the end of this particular stream. I'm only giving y'all 15 to 20 minutes today because I was expecting to stream from my phone, but I couldn't get the audio to work properly. So I would love to read this essay that I read yesterday called On Pain and Creative Block. Just because I was feeling it yesterday. Y'all can let me know if you were feeling it also. But I'm appreciative of this essay for coming through me. My mom is always on me about posting links and making sure that my work is available. For right now, as far as sales of my work, I sell directly email to email. So I send you my Cash App. You send me $15 for a book or $10 for the album, and I'll email it to you. I don't know, maybe not the most professional way to do it, but that's the way I do it right now. And the book of essays is not ready to be sold. I have 2 books that aren't ready to be sold yet, but I'm reading from them. So this essay is called On Pain and Creative Block. So you've got mental constipation. What to do, what to do. If you were to look at a diagram of your mental colon, you'd probably puke. What the heck have you done to yourself? Well, I guess I'll briefly explain a few ways that this could have happened to you and how to cure the problem. Mental constipation, much like the other kind of constipation, is a description of a symptom, not a problem, involving your body's inability to eliminate waste. Your body was made to gather nutrients and to expunge anything that it gathers that isn't nutritious. Well, you as an artist have a special kind of brain. Your mind gathers to itself all the nutrients of daily life, and your chosen form of expression, or art, for lack of a better word, is in fact your waste product. And much the same way that taking a crap feels good, it feels good to eliminate the wasteful parts or debris from your life via your chosen medium. But you haven't been eliminating. And what have you been doing? Now, there's several reasons you could probably have stopped eliminating. Number 1, you hate your work. Guess what? Everybody does. Grow up. Number 2, you're afraid. Guess what? Everybody is. Grow up. Number 3, you broke both your legs and all your fingers. Sounds like you've got to pick a new form of expression, pick something that still works, pick something on your body that still works and use that. I bet your mouth works fine. Now, I don't want to be too much of a hard ass, so I'll offer a little bit of flowery language to help you start the elimination process again before you die from compacted mental bowels. Quote, fear is the mind killer, end quote. The Bene Gesserit litany against fear. Mankind developed several tools along the way to us dominating the known world. One of them was fear. It was a useful tool for men who danced on that razor-sharp edge of life and death on a day-to-day basis. A good daily dosage of fear used to be the difference between life and a very, very painful death for many people on the planet. Hey. Chances are, however, that if you are reading this, you live in a place where you have largely escaped the need to be afraid. Artists who freeze up at the canvas or stare at the blank page for hours at a time, paralyzed, are afraid of one thing and one thing only, themselves. They are afraid to see the person that they have become. They're afraid to become the person that they see. Fear-based reasoning will always invent some new seasoning or flavoring to your particular fear, but the main thing you are afraid of is pain. The human animal has a fear of pain, and the animal inside of us will do almost anything to avoid even minor or minuscule pain. So I'll tell you what personal trainers and bodybuilders are all aware of and want to teach you, but you refuse to listen. It's very simple. Pain is good. Pain is a gift from God, or the creative energy, or the gods, if you will. It is one of the only true indicators that we have something that is happening, or that something that is happening, or that we are getting anywhere. In the body, pain is informative. It tells us that our receptors are functioning. It tells us where we might be injured and when we are building muscle mass, where to keep applying pressure to get any sort of positive relief. As an artist, you must endure one of the most excruciating pains of all, the pain of self-examination. Examining your inner self is painful because You have to see with your own eyes that which others avoid until their dying day. That you are imperfect. That you make mistakes. That you may be mediocre. That your mom may have been wrong about you. You are not a special snowflake. You are not good enough to be president someday, and that you might fail. There is only one remedy. You must fixate your mind on doing your best in all your endeavors. You must set personal limits for the amount of torture you're willing to put yourself to. Say 5 or 10 minutes tops. And just like the gymnast who keeps failing, who keeps falling, you must get up and try again. You are adding value to the world. Keep doing your part. Keep improving, and you will carve out a space in this world. Writing in English, quote, writing in English is the most ingenious torture ever devised for sins committed in previous lives, end quote. James Joyce. To hate one's work is the second point. To hate one's work is natural. Everybody does. As soon as you make something, you want desperately to shove it back up into your mental womb and leave it there, hoping no one else saw how horrible it was. The creative process is so torturous that you can easily become distrustful of anyone who says that they enjoy it. To be a creator can easily mean that you are constantly in a hell of your own making. Well, join the club. Few things can help you get over the feeling that your work is crap besides the greatest artists in the world feeling like their work is also crap. And they do, all of them. It is the boon of the creator. You look up to others' work so much that your work will never match up to the quote-unquote greats, who have become far greater in your mind's eye than they can ever be in their own. This is the nature of humanity at this time. We look for greatness externally, easily passing over the greatness within us. To allay this misbegotten concept, which has caused your constipation, you must realize one simple truth: that your work, that it is okay that your work is crap. Simply because when you present your full, honest self in your work, you, by just that action alone, have bettered the world. This is the purpose of creative work, to make things better. By purging oneself, you put on display to the world their own self-image, so that they may feel purged by your purging. You eliminate for the world, which they are too afraid to do for themselves. And how can you cause this elimination if you bottle up all your work inside yourself and no one gets to see it but you? Number 3, I can no longer do my work. You're a pansy, and you don't get to quit. It's your job to produce creative work, and your life will not be okay, nor will you ever reach alignment, nor will that nagging feeling ever leave you until you get back to your work. You will feel empty, and you will die a meaningless death if you don't get back to your work. Art is not a separate set of gifts given willy-nilly to each of us. It is a manifestation of divine creative energy manifesting the source of life that is within all of us. So if you're good at painting, there's a good chance you can probably dance as well, or sculpt, or sing. There are endless amounts of ways that you can apply your creative energy. Very rarely are you only one creative outlet. If you cannot practice one, find another. And if you can't do that, then write. Most everybody can write. And if you can't write, dictate. Bottom line is, figure it out. Yo, Ezra Talk. So, I like the essay a lot. Hopefully, but just to reiterate, artists spend a lot of. You gotta stop, because the art is never gonna leave your heart. It's never gonna get out from inside of you. And if you poison yourself with bitterness of self-doubt,